Hi, guys, and welcome to the Steelman today. We are going to be doing some predictions, some other talk about other things, and most likely we're going to get into a whole debate. So let's get right on into it. Okay, so the playoffs is starting this weekend.
Who?
The playoffs for the NFL. Yes, we were out for a week. I was sick. Let's not talk about that. And just nah. we actually missed a week, everybody. We actually missed a week of putting it up. But yeah. Okay, so we're gonna get into this. Let's dive deep into the predictions of Adam.
No, these are just. I thought we were making our predictions, and I'll show mine. Mine are going to
I
be.
thought
up
you were
here.
just gonna show yours real quick, and then we were gonna make the predictions. Well, see, look at this. We're already having a great time.
That's slide 2. This is slide 1.
Lovely. So,
Okay, so this is the bracket at the beginning. You let me know, and then I'll click mine, and I'll show you what I think.
So you got the Bills, the Colts, the Steelers, the Browns, the Titans, the Ravens, and
You can see the mouse, right?
the Chiefs on the top. And we got the Packers, the Saints, the Bears, the Seahawks, Rams, Washington versus Buccaneers.
The Buccaneers. Okay.
There's going to be some close games here. And the close
and
games,
some not so close games.
I mean,
talking about
Bills could.
Bills and Colts.
It all depends. It all depends because sometimes
Probably this one too.
Yeah, the Bills and Colts could go either way.
I would be shocked if this one got in within. 10.
I swear, if Washington actually wins it and goes on to the next round,
I'm done.
I will just be like, I actually predicted it from the beginning. I was like, Washington's winning that group, and then
Who's your winner from here?
I have to say Bills just because I don't know. I don't know if Colts can pull it out, to be honest, because I think Colts will go up a little bit in the beginning, but Rivers usually doesn't have a good game the whole game and usually kind of peters out near the end, so that's why I'm choosing Bills there. Okay. We got the Steelers and Browns. I just have to say Steelers because of last week's show versus the Browns. They put in the backups, and it proved to be that Browns are good, but not there yet. They're just not. They got into the playoffs. They're just not a playoff team yet. I don't think they could get past this one. They could surprise us, but right now looking like Steelers.
Let's just say this one. I have this one really close.
See, I have it really close, but I think Titans because Titans has won the last couple of them, and
Ravens
the real big factor in this is I think Lamar Jackson won't be able to show up to play because we've all known this. For the past 2 years, in the past times that Ravens have got in with Lamar Jackson has not played well in the playoffs.
He hasn't had the weapons this year. Think about it, though. He's got Marquise Brown, who's getting up there. Yeah. He's now got Dez Bryant. The defense, I guess, is a little better. I don't know. Yeah. I just think they'll do better.
I think just the defense is going to let Ravens down on that versus Derrick Henry, though, because we saw in the game in overtime that they literally just let Derrick Henry almost walk into the end zone at the end.
It just depends what Lamar Jackson you're going to get, not really. Yeah,
it all depends on that, too.
Let's go over to the NFC side.
Saints and Bears. This is the side that's just totally confusing, and you don't know what's going to happen. It's a toss-up every single time, but I have to say Saints on that one because Bears really have kind of looked iffy this year. Okay. I do say they look iffy. Seahawks and Rams. Probably going to be the best game out of that whole run of games, to be honest.
Really?
I think so.
I think this is going to be the best game.
No, I'm
Titans
I'm not
Ravens.
even. No. I'm
Oh,
splitting
you mean over here?
I'm just talking about NFC right now.
Ah, well then, yes, this is going to be.
I think it's going to be the best game on that side, but the Titans and Ravens will probably be the best game out of all of them. But I think that Seahawks will pull it out. I think.
Okay.
Just because the last showing of them meeting up, and we don't know if Jared Goff will be in it or not. So maybe if Jared Goff's not in it and they run a few of those plays versus the Cardinals like they did on the out routes and stuff with him running, maybe Seattle will be caught off guard by those by him actually moving the ball, running the ball compared to Goff. So
one more
Washington versus Buccaneers. You know. Washington, how the heck did you get into the playoffs? And
the NFC East is that bad.
It's a mess. It's a mess. And then
that's a story for another day, but
yeah. But I have to say Buccaneers because I don't think Washington can pull it out. Like, I mean, they could surprise us all and totally just do it, but I just don't think it's gonna happen.
I only have one thing to say to you. We are in absolute unison. Like, for this first round,
yeah,
this is what I got.
Mm-hmm.
We are in agreement
for these. Oh crap! Bills and Steelers have to play again.
Okay.
I swear, if hold on.
I did nothing.
Realize this. If Titans somehow pull it out versus the Chiefs and Steelers win, they literally go through a whole playoff thing where they actually go and play all teams again.
Yes. Well,
it's just, oh boy. Okay, so the next round. Oh, phew. Packers, Buccaneers,
Let's
Saints,
say I got
Seahawks.
I got some upset alerts in this. I'm just telling you that right now.
I don't know. It's whatever Steelers offense shows up that day. If the Steelers offense
I'll tell you there's at least one upset for me, but
to be honest, I think if the Steelers offense shows up and actually plays the way they decided to play before they even went into that like stupid running games.
Yeah, Bills got an easy game against the Steelers and it was still relative. I mean, it was like what, 9-10 points?
I know. So I'm kind of leaning towards Steelers on that one.
This is going to be probably, I think, the best game.
Yeah. I think the best game out of the whole thing is going to be Steelers.
The AFC's stacked, so pretty much AFC is going to have a good game every week.
See, and I want to lean more towards Steelers because it just seems like if they get that boost versus Browns and they kind of got that rest on the last week compared to having that fifth week off thing, I'll say Steelers to this point, but I'm not. That one's going to be very, very close, I think.
It depends because the Bills are like the hottest team right now in the league.
Or the Colts could prove us all wrong and just beat them off and it doesn't even matter. But that's to be decided.
I don't think it'll be close in that game, but
we'll see.
Okay, let's make our way over here.
Okay, so we got Packers and Buccaneers. To be honest, if Buccaneers are playing the Packers win that game.
Okay.
I mean,
really?
Pretty much because, I mean, they won versus the Buccaneers at home, but then they lost to them away. So it's kind of a – and Buccaneers, again, on the NFC side, is going kind of like Bills having a nice little run, starting to get a little hot now, like starting to hit their everything. But coming off of Washington, I don't know if they'll be ready for Packers. I don't know.
You're saying this is the worst team in the playoffs. Washington, right here.
I know, yeah.
And you're saying coming off of Washington, they're not going to be ready for the Packers?
I don't know.
They've got to know in the back of their mind, like, that's probably going to be able to, like, that might happen.
Yeah. So I have to say, I'm going to go with Packers on it just because I think Buccaneers playing at Packers spot will just be tough on them. It'll just be tough to go to Packers.
It will. It will be a tough game, but
play Aaron Rodgers at home. Yeah. Okay, Saints.
It'll be a matter of the Buccaneers. It's going to be whichever defense performs better.
Yeah.
Right here.
Whichever one actually decides to show up and play. So.
This one.
Okay. Saints and Seahawks.
Okay.
It's going to be a shootout. That's going to be a shootout. I think because they both have.
Okay.
They're both. About this pretty much the same record almost. So, to be honest, I'm leaning more towards Saints, but I don't know if I want to pick Seahawks. This is the questionable one. Maybe Seahawks. Will I decide? Do I just flip a coin at this point?
You go with you. I'll let you know my thoughts then when you're done here.
You know what? I have to go with Saints just because it's gonna be a close one too. Like the next, it's like the first one's just knocking off the teams.
And you said Chiefs for this one, right?
I would say Chiefs for that one.
Okay, so there's only one we disagree on.
Probably the Seahawks and Saints, or the Buccaneers and Packers.
Okay, so let me go through them. This is everybody knows Chiefs would win this game.
Yeah.
This one. It's going to be close. It's going to be dogfight, and you'll see who I have out on top. This one, like I said, defensive battle. I think the Buccaneers with Tom Brady, Tom Brady, AB, Aaron Rodgers, Devontae Adams, Gronkowski, all them receivers. I think Buccaneers have the better offensive advantage.
Yeah, I'm saying who got hurt last week for Buck? I can't remember.
The wide receiver. Mike Evans.
Yeah, Mike Evans. Yeah.
But this will be the Packers have a better defense than the Buccaneers, I think. So it'll be, whatever happens. This one, you think it's going to be a lot closer than I actually think it will be. I think that one team is for real, and I think one team is a fraud.
Okay. I'm surprised by you assuming that Saints, Seahawks. Well, yeah, I could see how you think Seahawks. No, I can see that.
They'll beat the Rams, but okay. But I think the Saints are too much for the Seahawks. If Russell Wilson goes crazy, because he was the early season MVP,
Yeah. Well, I mean, at first, Russell Wilson was looking really good because it depends on, and then again, with the Saints.
We're just not going to talk about me picking the Buccaneers over the Packers.
It depends which Russell Wilson we get, because there's that Russell Wilson at the beginning of the year that looked really good, and then there's that one that played like
defense got to show up too because the Saints have a good defense.
I know, yeah, but I'm just saying that Russell Wilson that kind of showed up versus like what was it, Bills, I believe, and there was a couple other teams that he just went to crap. And it all depends on that. So you have Steelers and Chiefs and Saints and Buccaneers.
I just
the Bucs. I mean,
think their offense is great. I think
their defense
the Buccaneers
needs some work.
Can stop Devontae Adams, they can. I think Buccaneers have a good shot in this game. I think it's going to be a close one. Honestly, I have this one closer than this one.
Okay, then.
And this one's really close, but
we just got to make sure. Just remember.
And the Titans are just like the poor team.
We need the Shatternick bracket where the Packers are over the Buccaneers. Just have. We need the Shatternick bracket.
I just realized that your name has all them numbers in 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 1, 3, 3. Okay.
Yep.
So you have. Who did you pick here, Saints or Seahawks?
I picked Saints, Packers, Chiefs, and Steelers.
Okay, so the only difference is Saints are playing at Green Bay and yours. Yeah. So who do you have going to the Super Bowl?
I want to say, this is a little bit of a toughie. I want to go with Steelers, but I'm really kind of leaning toward Chiefs because Chiefs kind of look like the better one this year. Because it's not the fact that Chiefs look really good and they just totally destroy teams. It's the fact that they get close games, but they keep constantly just finishing them. They finish their games.
Okay.
It's not. I think that's maybe why they'll get in. Maybe they'll surprise us and lose. I think that's another close game, another very close game. And then we're just gonna remove Buccaneers from there. Packers.
Okay.
We got Packers and Saints. Hey, this is my bracket. That's not yours.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
So we got the Saints and Packers. I think Packers could probably pull it out.
Okay.
And it all depends. I would say what Rodgers you get, but to be honest, Aaron Rodgers is probably one of the most solid players, consistent players this year, I would say. And
so you're going both number 1 seeds.
I think both number 1 seeds, but Steelers I think could prove us all wrong, and Buccaneers could prove us wrong. There's a couple games where I'm iffy on, like the Steelers and Bills and the and the Chiefs and Steelers, or Chiefs and Bills. There's some of them iffy on because it's really too close to tell it right now.
So, but if you were looking at my bracket, just quick, who would you pick?
I would probably assume you're going to pick Steelers and Buccaneers just because that's what your prediction.
Who would you pick? Who would you pick?
From yours, I would have to go Saints, but it all depends because you got Breeze or Hill, whoever's in, and
it's going to be Breeze, unless he gets hurt, cracked ribs, lung puncture, I don't know, whatever.
Yeah.
And I heard he's going to. I got a news story about him. He's he's supposedly retiring after this year.
Well, I mean, with that
going to
injury,
broadcast for NBC, that's kind of weird.
I'm not surprised with that injury this year, so. And you know what? Just because I picked mine with his Chiefs, I'm just going to throw the Steelers in there for no apparent reason on this one.
Okay. Okay.
With that one, I literally, with the Chiefs and Steelers, I had to flip a coin. Same with Bills and Steelers.
So for this one right here, the Saints and Buccaneers game, the Saints are good. They're good on offense. They're good on defense. The only thing is Drew Brees going to be able to do, like, I'm leaning towards like the higher side.
Yeah.
Drew Brees can. Will the Buccaneers defense be able to stop the Saints offense? Will their offense? Will the Saints defense stop the Bucs offense? You know,
maybe it'll be another shootout.
Now we're looking at the Chiefs and Steelers here. The Chiefs' biggest threats out wide: Hill, Hardman, Kelsey.
Take out those three, and that's it.
Listen, they got Mahomes; he can throw it, but there's one person you're forgetting about when you look at the Steelers.
Did I forget about T.J. Watt and?
There are a couple difference makers. Okay.
T.J. Watt, Hilton.
They got T.J. Watt. They got Joe Hayden, who can run. They got
Joe Hayden's
Nelson,
out.
Batman and Robin. He'll be back for this game.
He'll
actually be back for the Bills game if they make it that far. And then of course other people could be out too. They got a bunch of people. You got inside linebackers can cover Kelsey. I don't know if they'll do too good of a job, but you're forgetting one person that's going to be able to stop or at least come very, very close to taking out Hill and Hardman, whoever comes down. And his name is Minkah Fitzpatrick. So without further ado, we're on opposite sides. I got two upsets here.
Oh, ooh, jeez! He's sticking to his prediction from the beginning of the season to now. I have to respect that.
Well, you just went with the number one pick. I'm like, there's got to be some upsets, you know. Every time I do it, but now that I say that, it's going to be Chiefs and Bills, Packers and Saints, you know.
No, it's going to be like the total opposite. It's going to be like Steelers versus the Colts, and then the Chiefs versus the Ravens. Oh, no, wait, no. It's going to be the Chiefs versus the Colts, and then the Ravens versus the Steelers for no apparent reason.
I don't have like a winner for this. I didn't know if we decide a winner.
Hey, I like that one bracket that just says it's not the Patriots on all of them, because that's the way I like to predict stuff. It's just that's one team that's not in there. Honestly, hey, at least it's not. I think it's also not the. I think it won't be the Eagles, Giants, Cowboys, any of those teams.
Oh no, definitely not. Definitely not.
Okay. To be honest, I swear, so wait, if Washington pulls that game out, I will be surprised. Call me like.
Your predictions were like what? When you said Chiefs and Packers, who do you think win that game?
Chiefs and Packers.
If that would be it, I'd say Chiefs.
Yeah. I mean, I'm leaning more towards Chiefs.
If they can get through one of these two defenses, the Chiefs, which they can, they're going to be able to get through this defense.
See, the one that really get me on the NFC side is the Seahawks and Rams, because I mean, the Rams has a pretty good defense, but the last few times I saw the Rams play the Seahawks, it really hasn't been too good or too bad. Can't really say anything about that. See, the thing with Chiefs is I just expect Chiefs to like go all the way. They're that team that's built to go all the way.
Pretty much.
I mean, right now, I mean, all of a sudden, like another team could surprise us. Maybe like, somehow like Titans surprise us and actually beat the Chiefs, because that's what they did last year versus the Ravens. They could pull that out again. We don't know.
But I wouldn't be surprised if Ravens beat the Titans.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. That one's going to be the closest game out of all of them.
I think Ravens are the better team in this one, but Titans have Derrick Henry, so there's
depends on if they can. The main goal of the defense is just stop Derrick Henry.
Do you trust your gut, or do you trust Derrick Henry? I trust Derrick Henry.
I know, I trust Derrick Henry. I don't trust the gut. I trust Derrick Henry.
All right, I'm going to stop share here.
I mean, I can't really. I don't like to predict stuff because it's
There
like
is
with football.
one
I don't
other
like to
thing.
predict because I don't really like. I can't really watch a football game and kind of predict it in my head.
Yeah.
Kind of like I do soccer. Like soccer, I can watch a whole game and go of like two different teams watching two different teams play and decide who wins just from that because it's just you can tell. I can for some reason I could just tell by the way one team's playing another is like that team's gonna win. Well, have we seen that represented 2 times in a row? Yes. I calling out Portland to win and Columbus Crew. So I'm 2 for 2 on soccer, 0 for 0 on NFL, except for the prediction of the Washington football team actually somehow coming on top of that division.
Somehow you got that one correct.
I don't know how. I was like a little coin flip, or just me saying it.
Yeah, we got one more bracket here.
Oh, yes, the best bracket of all time. I think this is.
We're not going to take credit for this. See this? That's
yep. NFL memes and NFL memes. Yes, I believe that you can also put any other team, Patriots, Dolphins. I believe also
this is
the Cowboys. I believe they were actually going to get into the playoffs this year. And thought it was their year.
Not the Cowboys, not the Cowboys. It's going to be not the Cowboys playing not the Patriots.
Oh my gosh.
Whoa.
What? I can't believe it.
One other thing in football I'd like to talk about. How about the Eagles throwing it?
Oh my.
Now listen. Okay. This is why the Premier League does this better. They have where you can go down, regulate. What is that?
Relegation. So yes, they have like 1 league, 2 league, and then I believe there's like 10 leagues in all.
Now let me tell you why. Well, that's a good thing because it keeps games entertaining throughout the end of the season.
And then you also get like new faces each year. You get like, I mean, it's cool.
Well, like in the Eagles' case, if they were facing relegation or whatever, they wouldn't tank,
Yeah.
But it's like a draft. Like, what's the 6th draft pick going to do that the 9th can't? I mean,
I know. And
they may get like the best player in the world. I don't know.
To be honest, watching that game, I would say they really didn't tank it until like
the third.
It really didn't look like they tanked it. Like to be honest, when like people were saying they threw the game by taking out Hurts. It really didn't do anything because by the time they took out Hurts, it was already 17-0. They got Washington football team.
No, it was like 2014, 17, 14.
Sorry. Excuse me. I thought it was like 17-14 at that time. So it really wasn't like a thrown, like when Giants were complaining that they threw the game because they took out Hurts. I was like, no, they didn't. I mean, they might have actually thrown the game completely, like decided, you know what, we're going to throw this game. But you would assume that Jets would have done that, but Jets, I guess, love to like stay on the bottom of the table because I think that's just their like spot they want to keep.
They didn't go 0-16, so we can't make fun of them.
Yeah, but
I love how we're still making fun of the Jets, even though there's the Jaguars.
I don't care. I think the Jaguars, if they got like a couple more like spots on defense fixed up and a couple more spots on offense fixed up, they can be a pretty good team. It's just they haven't come together. I think that's what's the problem. And then
speaking about the draft, we know Jaguars are taking Trevor Lawrence. How about the Heisman going to the wide receiver from Alabama?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. I'm just.
I don't know. I guess with the Heisman, it's kind of difficult because
it's kind of nice seeing it to go not to a QB.
Not to a QB, yeah, because pretty much the Heisman's almost like a QB trophy. To be honest,
like the MVP kind of.
I know
the MVP in NFL only goes to QBs.
And my thing is that like I like to look at like the defensive players of the year because I think that to be honest, I think that like proves like what really is driving force of most of the teams because since defense wins championships, so I think it's just cool to see those more. But I also like offense, but yes, we got to have the catch in the end zone by the Steelers versus the Cardinals to win the Super Bowl. No, it's not going to look like that. It's going to look more like Buccaneers and Steelers. We're just All of a sudden, it's
But,
Green Bay and Steelers, a repeat of 2010.
Oh, no, don't remind me.
Oh, my gosh. No way. It's a repeat of 2010, except 2020 Steelers actually win.
I'm just going to say one thing if that happens. Headline, Monday morning. Roethlisberger gets his revenge.
Just Roethlisberger gets his revenge. Oh my gosh, that would actually be like, it would be funny because it would be like, I would be like, okay, so who's gonna win this year? I hope Steelers. I hope Steelers pull it out though. I just want to see him go all the way. And what sucks I think is that if we look at out of all the teams in I believe all of NFL, which team had it worse this year?
Honestly, because they didn't have a bye week.
Oh no, they had a bye week in the 5th week, and then they're like,
fourth, actually.
Yeah,
Fourth,
okay,
no,
so
5th.
Yeah, 5th, I believe it's
fifth,
5th.
Whatever.
It was 5th or
Might
6th.
have been 5th.
But so this is what NFL
actually,
does.
Yeah,
yes, it was
no,
early.
It was 4th.
It was 4th.
Yeah,
it was whenever, like a couple weeks before when they were
4th.
actually supposed to play the Titans.
Yeah, it was. I think it was week 4.
So this is what I gotta say about NFL. NFL's like,
and then
yes,
Ravens.
We played
and
all
the Browns.
Yeah, they're like, yes, we played all the games of the NFL. I'm like, great job. It's not like any team got the short end of the stick at all.
Honestly.
I mean, to be honest, the only team that got
maybe they would have gone from 16 now.
The only team that got up from that was Steelers. And people gonna be honest, it's like they played 12 games in 3 days. They're not as good as they said they were.
Other games
but
like the Ravens one, I think.
To be honest,
Titans only had that one game with us postponed, I think.
To be honest, I was just about to say to Tomlin, hey, just put all the second in versus Cleveland because you don't need to use any of the good people anymore. They need a break. It's just kind of like there was a point where it's like, I don't care if they throw this last game because they're pretty much in the playoffs. So
yeah,
I mean,
honestly, it wasn't like too mad. It's like Pittsburgh dad.
It was just kind of like
we got nothing to worry about.
And then it was 24-22, so you're kind of like, oh, they actually got it closer. Because to be honest, I either thought it was going to be a blowout by Cleveland, or
to be honest, I think it works out in our favor.
I know
because. No offense to the Browns, but on the AFC side, they're probably the worst team.
I know,
yeah. Maybe I'm wrong.
I mean, Colts might be a little worse, but
right
I would say Colts are better because Steelers did not end up beating them 36 to, I believe, 10.
7. Oh, maybe it was 10.
Around there, compared to the comeback and Steelers are like, you know what? Let's try to play this game today versus the Colts. Just like, okay, let's play. They're like, we want to actually get into the playoffs this year.
Participants.
That's the Steelers for you. When they're actually playing for something, they're like,
oh wait, we gotta play.
Wait a little bit, and then now let's play.
Oh, we're playing a game, really?
Oh wait, what? We're trying to make the playoffs. Oh gosh.
Honestly, though, Joe Hayden, he can't play this week. He's only been in one playoff game ever.
And he has
that was the Jaguars' loss.
Yeah.
He was with the Browns all them years when they sucked. Wouldn't it be cool if they just beat him up?
Oh my gosh, it would have been cool just to see Joe Hayden versus the Browns. The first play of the game, Baker Mayfield goes to throw it, and it just goes right into Joe Hayden's hands for a pick 6.
Oh, we
just
to
start it off. Just a bit. He goes, boom. Hayden just pulls it in, runs it into the end zone, touchdown. Just that would have been beautiful. That would be beautiful, but that's not going to happen. Oh yes, he's got to bring out the Steelers merch and everything. Yeah. You see, I remember the one time we looked up about we looked about MLS versus the All-Star match for MLS versus Premier League. They would take all the All-Stars and put them on a team.
Yeah, pretty much.
And I was just and they would be crushed 9-0. And then it said, and then somehow it came up with pros and cons of the Premier League and MLS. And they went, the con is that Premier League has relegation. I was just
that's kind of cool.
I was the relegation part is the
they won't want to go down. They'll make less money, I think.
Yeah, if you go down, you make less money.
So it'll make games more competitive, even if you're a losing team.
And I mean, like, you got the relegation, so you don't just look at the top of the league, and they don't have playoffs, so you gotta win games in the actual league. So if you don't win the games in the actual league, then you're crapped. you're crapped in the butt.
Yep.
Because, and I mean, with the best games come right at the end of the season when the relegation is tight. Like that top, like bottom 5 teams are like almost all the same record, and they're just fighting to get out of there just to not go down. That's when the season gets good in soccer, because you get to watch like the teams actually go, crap, we need to actually do something now.
That's how you make it like interesting. Like you get some upsets because they don't want to be relegated, you know?
Yeah. So you get like all of a sudden one of the best teams in the league losing to one of the worst teams, because pretty much the worst team's like, throw everybody at them. We don't care if we get hurt. We need to win. We need the 3 points. As like in MLS, it's just kind of like, oh yeah, we lost. Okay. We didn't make it into the playoffs. Next year, maybe.
Get back to the grind, you know?
Yeah, get back to the grind.
Try and get someone in the off season. But college football though?
College football. Okay, I'll admit it. Ohio State proved me wrong. I'll admit it right now. They surprised me. I think they surprised everybody in the whole thing. But then again, I'm not going to watch the final, because guess who it's versus? Alabama versus Ohio State. I respect that they get in it every year, but it's just getting boring.
Move the game because of whatever's going on.
To be honest, I don't know who's going to win that at this point. It's so confusing.
Alabama. If Ohio State pulls it out, I am going to be done watching college football.
Forever.
For the rest of eternity.
Forever. We will not watch college football until they put a 16-team tournament in place, or at least an 8.
And just listening to the announcers in the Clemson and Ohio State game, they're like, oh, they think Trevor Lawrence is going to be number 1 pick. Justin Fields is taking it personal. Here he goes, throwing like bombs and stuff. I'm like, okay.
To be honest, he's still going to the Broncos or the Bears, or whoever wants to pick him up first.
Jets.
To be on the Jets.
Jets have number 2 pick. They take Trevor Lawrence first. Jags.
Yeah. I mean,
then Jets take. You know.
I believe Bronco. Well, I mean, you have Well, it all depends.
Bronco. There's the BYU QB too, Zach Wilson, I think. I don't know.
I guess the Notre Dame QB, Alabama, I don't really know. The Notre Dame kind of was like really, really good, and then just kind of crapped the bed right at the end of the season. Like the last 2 games of their season, they were like, you know what? Now that we played the 10 games and proved ourselves, let's just not play versus these 2 teams. Like it was just kind of like, where did the team go that we like started with? Like, I mean, Trevor Lawrence, where it wasn't versus Clemson, but they still.
The funniest thing I think is that the Clemson coach ranked Ohio State number 11 in the country, and then they beat them.
I wasn't gonna give them that bad. I was just saying I don't think they deserve to be 4th this year.
To be honest, I was kind of second guessing my decision after that.
I know. After the Northwestern game, I was
okay. Like,
I mean, to be honest, I think we should just stop it until they actually do something about like the playoffs, because at this point, like it's so like you can't tell where teams stand anymore unless they like play each other or have like a bigger playoffs, because there really isn't that much competition between number 1 and like number 8. So yeah. Oh my gosh, he's using the chat. Everybody,
We're gonna put you on the spot. We're gonna put you on the spot.
We're gonna be.
I don't know if you want this, but trick shots. When?
Probably this Saturday or something like that. I'm planning this Saturday. I'm planning. It's not a guarantee right now because I got all the music in. I edited it to the point where it's almost finished. I just got to put my voice over a thing, and I'm just having trouble with all this stuff. See, the editing part about me is that I'll do it, and I'll get it right the first time, and then my stupid editor will delete all of my work, and I'll be like, "Are you kidding me?"
Happened to me once.
Yeah, let's just say with this editor, I have had about 4 restarts on this video now, because the file got corrupted somehow in the editor. So
Look at my
I'm kind of angry with it and want to strangle my computer sometimes.
I got one white, one black eye. Got
Adam is now disappearing into the background.
I got white eyebrows.
Yeah.
Help me.
To be honest,
that's all I got really.
There's so much not happening but happening now that it's kind of like we're talking about stuff, we're getting into it a little bit, but
I mean, we could talk about hockey, but I don't really know what else they're talking about. Like,
I know.
January 13th, here we go.
Here we go, hockey. No, I did. If if you really want us to do a series on NHL and just mess up EA, we will do it. You just gotta put in the comments to go. Just go ahead. We'll do that for you. Coming over to your house, making the ugliest jerseys possible, and then breaking EA that day. We have officially broken EA and made a team that can literally score 21 to like 7, I think.
They take a shot, it goes right through the goalie.
Just boom, goal.
99 shot power, 99 shot accuracy. It's great.
99 speed. So
oh yeah.
So nobody could even get close to our players. It was just kind of like, hey, you want the ball at puck? Okay, put it down. Oh, that's gonna be icing. Oh wait, nope. Look, dude, and all you saw was, oh, it's all their players. I mean, dude, it was just like that. And then I was like, and then at first you're like, okay, those jerseys work at a point, and then as you look at them, your eyes start to burn, slowly going blind from them.
I wish I had something to show you them.
I know, it was so freaking ugly.
Really ugly. They're really, really ugly.
Yeah, and then at one point we actually broke the game. EA, get your games fixed. Like seriously, they shouldn't be that easy to break.
Take over.
Please, 2K, just take over everything, please. I mean, I wouldn't mind you taking over soccer because maybe you would actually have a better attempt at it. But we know EA has to put their things on refs.
What am I doing here?
Yeah, like I was watching Premier League the other day. It was Everton versus West Ham, and I was watching it, and I go and look at the ref, and I just see the EA logo, and I was like, my eyes. They're rejecting. Oh yeah, did you see the Cincinnati Georgia game though? That bowl game, that was close. I thought Cincy was gonna pull it out.
Yeah, I did too.
Cats almost pulled it out over the Georgia Bulldogs, but Georgia Bulldogs had to go and win 24-21.
And then I turned it off because I thought, you know what, this game is over. I came back later and realized that somehow Georgia won.
I know. I was like, what the heck?
Okay, Cincy. I see you.
I swear, like, almost all the undefeated teams lost. Except for the 2 top ones right now. That's the only 2 teams that haven't, like, Ohio State actually was like, you know what, we want to actually have an undefeated record. Alabama's like, you know what, hey, we're just going to just let Notre Dame die in a hole over here. Yeah, well, anything else you want to talk about there?
Oh, you're right. I'll let you know in the chat.
Oh, gosh. He's talking in Spanish, everybody. He's talking in Spanish. Okay, well, I guess. Oh, wait. What do we have, Adam? Can you? Yeah, can we just say that?
I believe what was that? The origins of the fedora.
Oh. Yeah. So that's it for today. To be honest, we'll see you next time. Make sure to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell with any body part you can. Sit on the phone to make sure that bell rings. Make sure it's ringing all the time. Make sure it's set to all, and make sure that subscribe button is always pressed. And make sure to stay steel strong, even though my arms have disappeared. Make sure to stay steel strong. And we will see you in the next one.